Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Tip Tuesday. Today, we are really getting into the meat of things. This is where we're really taking that conversation to that next level, to that practical level, right? So it's very important to first talk about, the mindsets and what you need to begin and kind of like recap all the stuff that we've been talking about in the last couple of seasons. So right now, it's really this idea of let's take you step by step in a way. Let's take you step by step how to build that sustainably profitable business that you probably want to start. Excuse me, that you want to start up. Or if you already have a business, how do you make that sustainably profitable? Right? That would be the $1 million question, if you will. So it all begins with really that big dream. Do you have that idea? Do you have that vision of what that ideally looks like? So, this is where we're going to start talking about, well, where do I begin? Where do I start when I want, this great business or this great life or whatever it is that we often, we hear all these great things about mindfulness and we hear all these things that are just so good, but how do you make that practical? How do you take that really to that next level and actually make it work for you? So this discussion right here is, where do I even begin? How do I begin? And the idea is to talk about where we're going to go with this, right? So throughout this entire season is really about taking all what we've spoken about, and really making it practical and making it step by step how to do it. So the very first step you always want to start with is that big dream. You have to have a dream first. Once you have that dream, you want to take that dream, make it into a vision. Once you have that vision, you have to have core values and what's going to drive you to actually accomplish that vision. Then you take the action steps, which is usually driven by a mission, by a purpose, by your why in a sense. And finally, how does that all tie in into the actual finances of your business? Because at the end of the day, that is what you're in business for. And, at the end of the day, that's how business survives and lives. Okay. And it is the money. The money is a representation of how successful your business will be. It's more as a tool or a measurable, and what my mentor often says is it's the echo of the thunder that you've created. So you've created all this value, and the person has felt that value, or the customers felt that value, and they walk away and they transact the money in a sense, and that's what allows you to continue going into business. So in our next discussion, we are going to talk about that dream. What is it to dream? How does that dream actually, what are the steps you need for that dream? And how do we take that dream and make it practical into your everyday life? I'm hoping to continue this discussion. I hope it gives you some kind of framework of what to expect throughout this entire season. I would love to hear what you guys have to say. What are your thoughts? What are your feelings over here? Where do you begin? Okay, where do you begin? I would love to have that conversation with you. When you started your business, when you started what you're doing, I would love to hear how you started. So let's have the discussion, and we'll see you again next week. Bye bye.